from that action how important the president.
She was asked, "What is the president going to do about reparations?"
He thinks that it is important to continue to lift up the African American community, and he'll continue to do so. As it relates to reparations, I saw just moments ago Cori Bush's resolution. We haven't reviewed the proposal yet. It's a new proposal, so we'll take a look at it. So I can't comment on that specifically.
Why?
But the president
It's 4
has been
years
really
in.
clear as it relates to reparation. He wants to see a study of reparations and studying the continuing impacts of slavery. He believes that is incredibly important.
If the study concludes what many thought leaders and civil rights leaders have said, what next? Does the president support a payout? Because the nation is divided on this. This has been one of the biggest issues over the decades about
you don't even need a study.
To repair the enslavement over generations of Africans brought to this country for free labor. So what does the president do after? What will he lean in on after a study, which is expected to basically say what many of the civil rights and black thought leaders have said? Does the president believe in a financial repair for the descendants of Africans in this nation?
So look, I will say this: we got to let the study move forward. We got to see what the study shows. And we got to continue to study the impact of slavery. That is something that the president believes.
You don't need to study the impact.
We need to do. So that's incredibly important. But I will say, April, and you know this, you've covered this since we've walked into this administration. When we think about the crises that we see in our country, the president called out how race inequality is a problem, right? Is a crisis for us in this moment, which is why he is taking comprehensive action. When you think about what he did on the first couple of days that he walked in, signing an executive order to make sure at the federal level that we put equity at the center of this. And it is important that we continue to do this. How do we deal with the inequalities that we see in this country? And he's trying to do that on the federal level.
You're not.
So let's see what the study shows. It is important to continue to study the continuing impacts, if you will, on slavery. And I think...
Now, this is 4 months ago, this video, when she was asked this. And still, no question. Jean-Pierre asked if Biden supports reparations for slavery. And she's gone all around the corner and all around the bend and all through the mulberry bush. The answer is yes or no. We don't need a study because they've been studying it since slavery.
I think because of the president's action, he's been very clear. He's been very clear how important it is, even just looking at his economic policy, how important it is to leave no one behind, have equity at the center of everything that he's done. If you look at every piece of historic piece of
we talking about direct
that
payments
he has signed, it has equity at the center of that. And that's because the president